is the reheating of the oil is good for consumption. So certain times, we don't want to waste the oil for cooking. So sometimes we wanted to reuse the oil while cooking. So is it good or bad? So scientifically it is very, very bad. So that is the reason why we shouldn't depend on bandis. We should not depend on the fast foods, because most of the fast food centers, they try to reuse the cooking oil. So what will happen when you reuse the oil and heat it again? So there are two important bad things will happen. Number one, aldehydes. Aldehydes, they are one of the carcinogenic substances. They carcinogenic mean they actually causes cancer. So these aldehydes are produced when you reheat the oil and reuse the oil. So that's one of the reasons why you should not reheat the oil. Once you heat it, you have to throw it in the dustbin. So that's how it's supposed to be. So number two, there are trans fats, which are very dangerous fats. These trans fats are generated when you reheat the oil and reuse it for cooking purposes. So what are these trans fats? In the trans region of the organic compound, this oil, most of the oils, when you reheat it, particularly vegetable oils like sunflower oil, safflower oil, corn oil, like this. So when you reheat it, so these kind of trans fats are generated. These trans fats, what does it causes? It actually increases the bad cholesterol we call LDL cholesterol, means low density lipids. So number two, it also affects DNA, RNA, our protein structure and the molecular level structure. So it breaks the bonds in the DNA, our RNA structure, so the cellular level, membrane level. So that also one of the reasons why we should not reheat it. Number three, so when you reheat the oil, they actually, the oxidation process of the oils, they get, a problem. Meaning the color will go off. Not just only color, but also the properties of the oil, they also get, problem. So it also causes a rancidity. It also causes, causes heart kind of problem. For example, the endothelial lining of the arteries, they are affected. So that causes heart attacks and stroke and these kind of problems. So a lot of these causes very dangerous problems. So that is one of the reasons scientists are strictly saying no to reuse the oil. So in case you wanted to save oil, this is not the way you have to save the oil, but try to reduce the oil quantity while consuming. So that's the reason why you can able to save oil, and go for lesser quantity while preparing. When you add more oil, naturally you don't want to waste the oil. That is the reason why you want to reheat it again. So that is the reason why we say, please don't go for a bigger portion, go for smaller portions. Next point is, don't depend on the outside food, preferably depend on the home food. Why? We don't usually in the houses, we don't use a lot of oil and we don't reheat it. And next point is, don't depend on the fast foods. And these tips will definitely go a long way for you, for your health and for your family's health. In case you require consultation, personal health consultation, wellness consultation, we are there to help you. Please do approach us.